This is the fifth film in our Next Generation Introduces series. And in this one, we are going to hear about the variety of jobs that exist in a theatre's learning department, which might also be called an education department. Many theatres have within them a learning or education department whose role it is to make links with schools, young people and community groups within the local community. The size of this department will vary from theatre to theatre. The people who work in this department may be theatre practitioners who run workshops and direct youth theatre productions. Others may deal with administration and organisation, or may have responsibility for finding funding to make sure the activities can happen. Often, the same person will do all of these roles. I'm Charlotte Arrowsmith. I'm an actor, but I also have a variety of different skills. I'm a theatre educator and director, and I've been working as a practitioner with the Royal Shakespeare Company's education department, leading workshops with young people and adults. I've been teaching them a variety of theatre-based skills and also been encouraging them to get involved in theatre activities. To help give a better idea about the range of jobs that exist in a learning team, we asked our colleagues at York Theatre Royal and the Bradford Alhambra Theatre to tell us more about their roles. First, we're going to hear from Julian, Kate and Matt at York Theatre Royal, who are going to talk about the different groups of people they work with and the skills needed to do this type of work.
So in a learning department, you'll hear the term practitioner. And a practitioner means essentially like a drama teacher, really, someone who uses drama and theatre for learning and for teaching, but in a variety of different settings and a variety of different people. So essentially someone who uses active approaches, so we're doing sort of thinking through doing and working up on our feet. And we have three different areas that we use the practitioners in. So first you'll hear from Kate, who's our youth theatre director, and she oversees our large youth theatre that we have here. And then you'll hear from Matt, who works across various different community settings. And each will give you a different flavour of how the practitioner works.
I've been the Youth Theatre Director here for 12 years. The role of the Youth Theatre Director is the best job ever, I think. I'm biased, but I do think it is. So when I started here, I got a card from the previous Youth Theatre Director saying, "Welcome to the best job in the world," and it totally is. I love this job because everything about it is being inspired by young people of all ages. So we have 14 different youth theatre groups that work here on a regular basis. And my role is to create an artistic programme for all of those young people to decide what productions they do, working alongside the Youth Theatre Forum who have a lot of input into those decisions. But also the day-to-day running, so that might be supporting young people, it might be supporting some of our staff team, it's integrating our programme into the work of the theatre and vice versa, so that we get to input into things like community productions and pantomimes. It's coming up with new creative projects for holidays. But also things like just walking into a youth theatre session and seeing what the young people are doing and being very excited and wanting to promote that outside of the building and show what those young people are achieving. So I think firstly, to be a youth theatre practitioner, you need to be inspired by the work that young people do. You have to come into the room and think, this is epic and brilliant, and want to work alongside them and with them to collaborate to make new work. You can't come in with any kind of predestined view about what a project will be. I think you need to come in with some ideas and some stimulus and some thoughts, but equally every person in that room will contribute to that project and make it what it is.
Being a community arts practitioner to me means everything. It means that I get to take something that I love, something that I'm passionate about, theatre and the arts, into community groups and into community settings. So that could be that a group wants to learn specific skills and become more confident in either creating theatre or in performing. It could be that they just want to tell a story or watch a performance that somehow represents them. Or it could be that they have no idea what role theatre plays for them, and that's some of the most exciting moments of my job, because I get to unpack everything that I know, but also they get to tell me all their hopes, their aspirations, what they like, what they don't like, and somewhere in the middle of all of that we get to figure out the role that theatre can play in the community. I think there's three main skills or attributes that you need as a community arts practitioner. The first one is definitely a passion and enthusiasm for what you do. Secondly is you have to be adaptable. So you might have an idea of how a workshop might go or how a performance is made, but then you meet a community and they might present to you something different than what you'd planned. And it can get really messy, but I think that's where it gets really exciting, because somewhere in what you think is possible and somewhere where the community think that's possible is where the theatre is made. And then last, I would say you have to be open. Because if you meet a community and you learn everything about them, who they are, it means that you're a better person. It means that you're developing your skills, because community art is really about people. So the more you know about different people and about working with different people, the better practitioner you're going to be.
So there's no fixed route in becoming a practitioner. Often people study drama at school and college and university, so it's a formal route that you can go through. But a lot of people, some of our practitioners have volunteered with youth theatre groups or community settings and then moved to having paid assisting or have co-delivered with us until they're ready and picked up the experience to be a full practitioner. What I would say is that you do need to have a passion for working with children, young people and adults in various different settings, and have a good and a solid understanding of theatre practice as well, and be able to sort of to meld those two things together.
Thank you, Julian, Kate and Matt. I expect that you're beginning to see that working in a theatre's learning department is a diverse and interesting career, where you get to work with lots of different people in a variety of settings. Now we're going to go over to Bradford to hear from Julia O'Keefe, who is going to tell us more about her role and the many different things that it entails.
Welcome to Bradford Theatres. My name's Julia O'Keefe and I'm the Learning Coordinator here. I run a range of educational and community projects that happen not just here at the theatre, but across the other venues run by Bradford Council. I'd love to show you a typical day in my job, but the wonderful thing is, there is no typical day. For example, today I'm helping students complete their work for a special qualification called the Arts Award. Some of our students are finalising their Gold Arts Awards for moderation. I'm also planning a workshop rehearsal schedule for one of the adult community groups we're working with. Later on, I'll be looking at the script for one of Shakespeare's plays, The Comedy of Errors, getting ready for rehearsals to start. On other days, I welcome groups from the schools we work with to the theatre and give them tours of the building and backstage. I also run workshops for them exploring the show they have come to see, which helps them to enjoy the production even better. Some days I might need to meet with our technical crew about the sound and lighting that is needed when we do a big performance festival. Sometimes I lead question and answer sessions with actors before or after a show. This is where the audience members can ask the actors questions, which helps them gain an insight into how a production was made. On other days, I might be organising performances, either in the theatre or other venues across the city. I get to do so many things using my training in performing arts, and I keep expanding my skill set. We've recently been doing lots of activities online to supplement our face-to-face work, and it's been wonderful to embrace our new technologies. As you can see, my working life is never dull. There's always something new to be created and a wonderful challenge. It is, in short, one of the most rewarding jobs in the world.
And finally, we're going to hear from Darren Raymond, Artistic Director of Intermission Youth Theatre in London.
Hi, my name's Darren Raymond and I am the Artistic Director of Intermission Youth, and I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about my role and what I do. So Intermission, everything we do is youth-centred, and we have a number of different programmes in our work. So as an Artistic Director, I'm responsible artistically for everything that happens in those programmes and executing that work with my brilliant team. A lot of the stuff that I do as an Artistic Director is co-creating work, programmes for the youth theatre, for the community engagement work, and for the graduates, and also now for the film company as well. I'm also a facilitator, so I'm very lucky that I get to be on the ground as well, working with these young people and engaging these young people. So in our youth theatre programme, I devise work with young people over a 10-month period. We work a lot with Shakespeare's text, and so that's really exciting, getting them to engage with that work, which we know sometimes is really difficult for young people to engage with because of the language maybe, or other things that come with such an old piece of work. We also teach them skills as actors, which I really enjoy and love. So there's great conversations, like we have the rehearsal room conversations with our young people and exploring different characters and decisions they may make and choices they make. So that's the fun part of the job as well. We do a lot of work as well in schools and pupil referral units and prisons. So a lot of what we do is about trying to have social impact and change people's lives, which I am really passionate about when it comes to young people. And I think the arts is a wonderful example of being able to do that, to use art in a way that will challenge, provoke, and also inspire. So I hope you've been inspired by this little chat, and if you're ever thinking about coming into this role as an AD, I will always be here for you to ask questions and to answer or respond in the best way that I can. So thank you.
I hope that has given you an insight into the various jobs in a theatre's learning team. If you'd like further information about the RSC's Next Generation programme, please visit the website. You'll also find links to the 5 other films in this series and to our network of theatre partners who may be able to support you with more local opportunities. Our thanks to Julian, Kate and Matt at York Theatre Royal, Julia at the Bradford Alhambra, and Darren at Intermission Youth Theatre, who kindly shared their experience and insights with us. And thank you for watching. Bye-bye.